they allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to put all their cards on the table, knowing that, what we're going to discover might hurt. It might be a difficult thing to, come to terms with and say, damn, that's the situation I put myself in. That's the way I'm acting. That's the way I'm thinking. That's the way I'm delivering things. And, the more they are open minded, not to being criticized, but to seeing the reality of their situation through someone else's eyes, that gives them the ability to then make the changes necessary to grow to the places they want to do the things they've always said they were going to, but didn't know how.
Yeah, well, you can't embrace growth if you're not gonna be vulnerable and be willing to look at all that and hear the hard
Well, but
truth
it's
and
but it's hard. So the thing is, it's really hard to be vulnerable because when someone is self-employed or they're starting a business, they have to show up as a professional. Like, hey, you're about to pay me your hard-earned money to do this thing. You better know that I know what I'm doing. And a lot of the times, they don't know everything they're doing. They might have a specific skill set they're excellent at, but the rest of it, they're kind of building the plane as they fly it. So they have to show up that way constantly with this confidence that, like, no, I got your back. You pay me. I'm going to get the job done and everything. So that becomes their suit of armor everywhere they go in networking meetings and relationships. And that's the problem, is they don't have the outlet. And even that comes home with their husbands or wives. And it's like they're guarded all the time, and they have this front, this facade that they have to put on to protect the revenue generation and the stability of the company. But it's like, well, where do I go to do that? And that is a lot of what coaching has become, is people are like, they can put things down. They're like, oh, whew. They can breathe for a minute and like, okay, I can tell you guys how it really is. And not that they're
yeah,
lying
yeah, I
outside, but
can be real.
they feel uncomfortable presenting their truths to their clients or their spouses or the people that rely on them.
And we provide that safe place for them to be able to do that. And again, it goes back to the more that you're able to open up and be vulnerable, not that necessarily just faster, but the better the process is to achieving and becoming who you desire to
Yeah,
become.
that's exactly
And
right. It's
that's
the
the beauty of
quality
it.
of it, right? And the depth of it. It's the
Yes.
quality and depth. Speed is different for everybody. We've had
Mhm.
people in matter of months change everything. And as we said earlier, we've had people since day one, since like 2022, that have worked with us that are just kind of getting to the precipice of their potential. They've done it there, and everyone has their own speed. They've done it at their speed. And we've had other folks where, shit, we've had to confront them this year. We've had to really say, like, you are not allowing yourself to be the person we see you could be. And that was a hard, for one in particular person, I know who I'm talking about. That was a hard conversation.